So we have spoken with you about the functionality, the capacity, the potential, the totality, which are one and the same, of the human, which is your ability to move between realities. And as you move between them, are you creating them or are you visiting one that's already there? Both. So the invitation in 2019 is to be in curiosity as much as you can. Because when you're in curiosity, you're more likely to be creating something completely new rather than having a taste of or a reality of something that's already been existing. This is why for many of you, your thirst for research has begun to fade recently. Those who are very curious about what others have researched, what others have discovered, what's happening over here, what's this person doing? That was giving you, if you will, a precursor or an introduction to multidimensional time travel. Because every time you felt the spark of curiosity and you would follow that spark, you would enter a whole new reality. New beliefs, new people, new ways of looking at the world. Do you understand? And each and every one of you in this room has been through a period of that. And then there comes a time where nothing interests you, nothing that is already there you're curious about. That is the invitation to then start to experience moving into realities that you are birthing. So you step through the doorway of gratitude and curiosity into, I have no idea, which is where many of you are right now. Yeah. Very difficult for you to find anything that's stimulating or curious to you when you're at this point. This is about understanding then that anything you do from that moment is the stimulation for you. Humans are so used to looking for the reference point for stimulation and then moving towards it to engage with it. When you start to move into a space where you're creating the reality you're stepping into, there is no reference point for stimulation. The stimulation happens once you step out into the empty space. And then something appears. Oh, and then having to step into the empty space again. And then something appears. The stimulation doesn't happen until after you take the step. That's very different to what you're used to. You're used to having the stimulation and then moving towards it. Can you understand? Being able to see it, being able to feel it, and then moving towards it. I feel wonderful around this spiritual teacher. That's so stimulating. I'm going to move towards that set of beliefs and structures and systems. Do you see? And so there have been many masters on the planet who principally have been in your human awareness to create a reality for humanity to step into. You can understand this. True? You've all had experiences of that. You've all done that yourselves. You've all created realities that other people have stepped into around your belief, because every one of you in here has been a leader in that way. But this now, in 2019, is creating a reality as you walk through the emptiness with it, and giving yourself permission to know that if you're not feeling stimulated, just take a step into the unknown and watch the stimulation happen. The reference point for you isn't there yet because you haven't taken the step. So when you're in this space, you can say, well, how do I experience curiosity to drive me to take a step, to get my stimulation, to keep me in this reality? We would say unto you, make it very clear to yourself that you're now an explorer. And if you don't take this step into the unknown, you won't discover anything new. When you actually start to move in this way and you begin to create realities instead of visiting other ones, what happens is that you begin to experience things that you didn't even know were possible. Now, let us give the example again of when you find stimulation, for example, in a spiritual teacher. They've created a reality, because that's what they're here to do, to attract human focus and attention. And so you step into that, and it's very stimulating, and you learn a lot of things. Yes, but then it's not sustainable for you anymore, that stimulation and creation. It's not that you fall out of love with that belief. It's just that it's not giving you that essence of life anymore. So that's what you might call the spawning. You've had an introduction into that, and now it's time for me to go and create my own reality. This is the point at which other people start to follow you. Now, they're not following you because you know what you're doing. Because you all know that when you're in that space, which many of you are in, you have no idea what you're doing. This one has no idea what they're doing. But that is the energy that will pull human focus and attention in 2019. So if you are concerned that if you appear to step out into the unknown, that you're going to become invisible to other people, that other people won't be able to move with you, let us say to you this: there is a great spark within collective human consciousness at this time that is very attracted to the unknown. So it's all right for you to be in the unknown. It's all right for you to be the unknown. It's all right for you to be undefined. It's all right for you to not know what you're doing. Because there is a great wave of human consciousness at this time that is looking for that. They're attracted to it because they don't want anything that's on offer. And they don't want authority, and they don't want rules, and they don't want limitations, and they don't want sets of belief. They want permission to explore. How can the younger generations on this planet feel comfortable about having permission to explore if nobody's exploring? Can you see? And explorers do not know what they're doing. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're looking for. They're just moving through the cosmos to prove that there's more. So be very clear that in 2019 that you're not looking for anything in particular. You just want to prove to yourself that there's more. You don't know what it is yet, but you know that there's space. Agree? You've been living within a matrix of limitation and belief. You know there's something outside of it. That is so important for you to know about 2019. If you have the courage to step into the unknown on a daily basis, others will follow you. You don't have to know what you're looking for. You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to be willing to want more. More of what? You don't know. Do you see? But there is a thirst within you. It is the cosmic wind that is stirring up within you that says, we need to blow. There's more. There's no wind blowing within a confined room of set beliefs and limitations, is there? The windows are being opened up, the doors are opening for you, and the cosmic wind is blowing. Will you give yourselves permission to go outside into the nothingness and discover something? Yes? Do not be afraid of what you may have to leave behind, because you're not leaving it behind. It continues to exist within that room. And if you want to, you can go back and visit it anytime you like. Or it may appear in a different version outside of the room, in your new reality. Do you understand? Don't try and cut things off. Don't try and clear things. Don't try and limit yourself. Don't try and say, well, if I want to go and be a cosmic explorer, I've got to get rid of this, I've got to get rid of this, I've got to get rid of this, I've got to completely free myself up. That will be a never-ending task. It is about saying, well, I'm just going to step outside of the room. I don't have to worry about any of that. That's still going to be there. That's still there. But I'm going to step into a new reality. And perhaps in my new reality, there'll be different versions of that. Do you see? Why? Because now is the time. Not when you finish cleaning your room. Not when I finish clearing my DNA. Not when I have done the work. Now. Because the truth is that your life in this moment, your experience is complete. It's complete in this moment. What else? Anything else is a distraction designed to prevent you from moving into a different version of life. All right, blessed ones? We will take one more question. What is the question?
So if we feel that they will come, or are they already there? Or?
If you build it, they will come. If you explore, others will explore. Yes?
It takes a long time.
What takes time?
The elders.
No, it happens very quickly. It only takes time if you're trying to drag them from one end of third dimensional reality to the other. That takes time. Yes? But you're not interested in dragging humanity from one end of the spectrum of totality to the other. Are you? In fact, you're not really interested in that at all.
No.
Because remember what we have said unto you. You're only going to do it for yourself. Because you are it. You are the cosmos. Do it for yourself. Forget about humanity for a while. And then they start showing up in your reality. Oh, how did you get here? Oh, that's right, I left the door open. Oops. Thought I was all alone here. Do you see? Yes.
So do you look at crystal balls and tuning forks and all that as in clearing or opening?
Crystal balls and tuning forks.
Well, just things that we use in like a Reiki.
Devices and tools.
Yeah.
Great joy.
Yeah.
Great totality in those experiences. You're experiencing energy. You're experiencing life. You're experiencing how things work within a third dimensional reality. Great joy. But let the joy be in the experience, not in an intended outcome, or not to be used as a problem to be solved. Do you see? Because when you first discovered those things, they were of great joy to you. But when they started to be implemented as a means to an end, they lost the magic. Do you understand? Very well. All right, blessed ones. Are we in gratitude for the totality of this moment?
Yes.
So therefore, there is a doorway. And there is another reality that is waiting for you. Be it a reality that has already been created that you find curious and stimulating, or be it one that is a surprise to you, that is both terrifying and joyful, one that you will create that others will enter. May you leave this space in the knowing that you have your cosmic passport. And the only thing that prevents you from moving is your own perspective. Peace be with you, blessed ones.